One more time. We back again, Felly. Yes. Who do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? Who do we have here?
Making my way downtown,
Oh.
walking past, playing the home.
Okay, that's the only part I know.
I know you do.
That's it. That's
the
the
white
only
chicks.
part. Yeah, yeah.
The movie.
That's
That's
the only
funny.
part I know.
Hope everybody's good today.
Yeah. Hope everybody's good. Everybody's well. We had a great day. It was raining. It was ugly, y'all.
It wasn't ugly.
Yeah, it was. It was great. It was great. Okay.
Yeah.
It was great all day. So that's where we was at. That's what we were doing. But it was, it was a good day though. Took a ride. Me and my baby girl, we rode around a little bit. Took care of some stuff. Yeah. So what you got? What you got?
Question wise?
Or just monologue? What's been going on? You want to update the folks? You kind of been, not as present, but
well, I've been working a lot.
That's right. So, they know that. That's a good thing.
Let's see. What can I let them know?
Yeah, let them know something.
I finally used my dad's advice and tools to elevate my vehicle life. Because if it wasn't for my discipline and diligence of saving money, I would not have. It would not have been as easy. As,
it would have been more daddy-ish. More daddy-ish.
Yeah, it would have been. A lot more work on his end.
But you see how smooth that transition was, though.
It was.
Didn't it feel better?
It really was effortless.
Yeah, it was like
I was like, oh, that quickly. Like, yeah, it's a tool.
Save money. Money will save you.
Yeah. So
money is a tool.
I got my car. Got a new baby. New whip. I'm excited.
She's sweet too.
Yeah. It probably still hasn't hit me. It'll probably hit me when I'm like on my first road trip or something.
Yeah.
And I just and I'm like, I didn't get it, but my savings got it. Because I didn't get it. I didn't. I was just I had the money in place for my dad to do what he needed to do. So it made it smoother for the whole transaction because it was already there. So it was like, okay, let's just grab and go.
But then you could kind of feel like it, because it was smooth, it was easy transition, and then it flowed into something that you good now. You good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
This is true. This is true. That's my monologue, y'all.
That's it.
Life is swell. It's going. Not as fast as I want it to go, but that's okay.
Yeah, don't do that. Trust me.
It's not life.
You're gonna wanna wait. Okay.
You got a monologue? Or you ready to dive in? Or?
Yeah, so my monologue, I want to put that on that mental health piece. We got the sheriff's department and we finna start doing now we finna make a lot of moves, y'all. Now it's just about when we gonna pull the trigger. We got everything lined up. I don't want to let the cat out the bag. I just want to, just let y'all see it. So everybody that been watching, everybody that been tuned in, we probably gonna get a lot more movement now, but I don't like that. Okay, so I don't like the like and subscribe thing. I don't need to, people want to watch, they want to watch. If they want to subscribe, they'll subscribe. If they like you, they like you. Yeah, but I mean, so you need that for the algorithm. So what I'm going to do, y'all, I'm still going from the old school. I'm going to do things that's going to change the game. All right. So that's what I like to do. I like to, when people say, oh, you don't have no likes and, ain't nobody watching your show. I'm like, okay, cool. It's just about consistency. Keep doing the work, keep making the right next move. And then people will see your progress, because I play what's called the long game. I don't do short games. What I do is going to be a long period of time. I win the war. You can win all the battles you want. I don't care about that. Don't mean nothing to me. At the end of the day, I just want to win the war. So it's coming, y'all. So the war is on. Okay, we've been doing it. We got like 147. I think there's 147 today. So yeah, we still doing it. We're going to keep doing it, but now we're going to get better and better and do more. So that's my monologue, y'all. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Am I going first?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna start light, and then we're gonna go into like different layers, things that are layered questions.
All right.
Okay. How many boyfriends do fathers want their daughters to have?
One.
In their life.
One.
Okay.
Now we had our way, and then we had this. Yes, it wouldn't be none.
It'd be like the
You'll
married
just
situation.
You'll be going down the aisle. We'll be having on the tux. You have on your gown. Then then 3 months after you come down the aisle, you'll be pregnant. That's it. If we had our way.
3 months.
Yeah, for sure. If we had our way.
Okay. All right. 3 months is.
Just saying. I mean, some fathers might say a year, no longer than a year, because most, like, when you get to a certain age, you're looking for the grandfather thing. You put that work into your daughter. I mean, well, if you have put the proper work into your daughter, you want to see the fruits of your labor, the seeds that you planted. You want to see that thing grow because you put it in that fertile soil. You want to see it bring forth fruit. So so you ain't want to wait too long. Most guys would.
Okay. How much information should daughters include in regular conversation with their dads?
How much conversation should they include their dad? I think that depends on the relationship. I'll say if you want to go mainstream, just across the board. See, that's hard because there's some things that as a woman, you don't think he needs to know, but it's pertinent, very important, and it's very critical that he understands what's going on. But you wouldn't know that. He would have to see it and say, this is what I need to know. But then he will have to find out things he don't want to know to say, hey, this is something I need to know. So I would say, to be on the safe side, 60% for the average dad, and then we'll go up 70% for the above average dad. And if your dad is great, give him 80%, because y'all had this dialogue. You know what you can tell him, what you can't tell him. So that 20% you're gonna probably, because he don't want to know everything. No father want to know everything. That's just don't want to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible for a daughter to love her father more than he loves her? This is a layered question.
Wait, okay. Wait a minute. I would have to say that's impossible, because when you birth something, when something comes from you and it manifests itself into this world, that's an organic connection. I don't even know how to explain that. So your connection to me is just coming from what you have seen. Okay, that's an experience. Those are things that have to transpire, situations and scenarios that played out, in your life and my life. But when you with me, before you had any experience, I experienced you being birthed. I experienced your mom being pregnant.
Right.
So before you got into the world, I had these experiences, and I had a connectivity to you that was just you. I don't even know. That's a good question. I don't even know how you can explain the organic connection between a father and a daughter.
So that's no.
No, she cannot. It's almost probably impossible. But it's always an exception to every rule. I got to give you that. But 99.99, no. No.
Okay. When people say relationship goals, what are they really saying?
I mean, well, you've seen the research. You just sat in many of forums. I mean, okay, so wait, you want me to give them the answer that we know from research, or?
I mean, whatever answer comes.
So
it'll be different.
When people say relationship goals, they're really talking about their perceived happiness. They're really talking about the happiness that they think they're supposed to be in the relationship. They're only looking at the good. They're not looking at the highs and the lows, the goods and the bads, the ups and the downs. Right. There you go. They're not looking at, the rough times. They're not looking at the uncomfortable days. Right. They're just looking at the good. So when they say relationship goals, they very rarely balance that out with as much strife. I won't say negativity. It's going to be a lot of obstacles and hurdles, just as it is good times, fun and, beautiful days. So you got to balance it out. So I think most people, when they say relationship goals, they're looking at the ideal thing. They're looking at the perfection of relationships.
Right.
Not the reality.
Right. They're not looking at the work.
Right.
They're really just seeing what people are posting and telling you.
Right. And and
no
believe
one
me,
is really being completely
trust me, if you in it, you in it. That means the good and the bad. You're not just in the good. If you just keep telling the good, you ain't being straight up, because you in it. When you in it, you in it.
Okay. What advice would you give fathers whose daughters are struggling in their relationships?
Ooh. See, that's loaded. That's
right.
a lot.
You know, I said these next
Yeah,
questions
that's
are
loaded.
going to be
So,
loaded. Well, levels. Different.
There you go.
levels
Right, and that's loaded.
not
Yeah.
loaded. Well,
So I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm saying loaded levels,
right.
same thing to me. What would I say? Now, you know me. I try to be proactive. I try to play the long game. I try to be proactive and avoid most of the major things that people go through with their daughters. I try to avoid that because I watched and I paid attention and I wanted to give you guys a better life than I had and a better life than I saw my elders have with their daughters. Right. So I try to give you tools and resources to try to head off some of those huge problems, but of course you can't solve them all. Give me that question again. Let me go back and make sure because I'm.
What advice would you give fathers whose daughters are struggling in their relationships? So the daughter is struggling.
It's gonna be rough. So sometimes I would say
like she picks up the phone and say, hey.
If he wasn't being diligent from age 5 to 15, I mean diligent, I would tell him to probably turn that over to another woman, a female that he trusts, somebody that's been through some things, a woman that's wise, a woman who has care and concern for his daughter, and try to see if she can help guide and direct her. Because at this point now, with what's going on with the social media, there's so much stuff going on in the world. There's so many things coming at them. They're being bombarded with overstimulation, too much input and not enough output. It's too much TikTok. It's too much YouTube. It's too much Instagram. It's too much all of this stuff. You know, you just got to be able to have peace and, you know, get centered, go back to yourself. Hey, what's going on? Yeah. You're right. That's a tough question. You ain't lying. Cause hey, put something in there with that, Trees. It's so much coming at him. I would say find wise counsel, get a female if he's having problems. Okay, now if he was diligent from 5 to 15, then he could probably sit down and they could talk about it and try to hash that out between the both of them. Mm-hmm. Or maybe have that young lady sit down with them while they talking, because he gonna need that feminine energy side. Because as a father, we miss that 1/10 of a second, those small nuances that we miss that could be huge to you. So we need another woman.
I would add to that.
Go ahead.
Sometimes y'all are missing the emotional piece.
Exactly. That's yes.
You know.
Right. There you go.
Y'all are thinking straight logic.
Right. Yes, sir. We fighting outside words.
Right. And sometimes we need an emotional perspective.
There you go. And that's why I incorporated the young lady who was wise that he trusts. Because you know, sometimes it ain't the message, it's the messenger. Because you know, me and you, we didn't. Yeah. Y'all, if I could. Right now, if I could have got away with it, I probably would have did it. I was thinking it in my head. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, our daddy tell you stuff. Remember that night you went out? It was on a date a couple years ago. You went out on a date, and you was like, oh, yeah, daddy, he paying for it. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And y'all went to park the cars, and his car.
It wasn't a date, but okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go clean it up, because I'm sorry.
I was just out.
You was out.
Yeah.
And I said, well, when you go out in the streets, it costs money. So sometimes you got to, you know, weigh the risk. So I think you got a ticket and his car got towed, right?
They both got towed.
They both got towed. There you go. Mm-hmm. So it costs you a lot of money just to go on this free date. So it costs you.
Not a date.
It costs you money to go on the streets with this young man, right? Okay. Is that safe to say?
It wasn't. I don't consider it a date because
I said this young man to go out with this young man.
Yeah, at that time, I considered him to be a best friend.
Okay, so what?
It wasn't.
Okay, so there you go.
Because it was multiple of us.
Cool.
It was not just us.
Cool. So you went outside, and Daddy always said, you know, when you leave, I said, do you have to go? Like, 'cause sometimes you just need to be still. But you went and you did your thing, and then it ended up costing you, you know, more than you wanted to pay, right? So that, I just say, you know, you just got to be careful and understand when you're making moves out here.
Anytime you go out, it's a date to daddy's.
Oh, yeah, for date. See, you see, that's a father right there.
Well, I'm telling you.
I ain't never liked Trees. Never.
I'm telling you.
Look, I ain't never liked him.
I will speak for daughters.
Man, he just killed it.
Every guy we go out with.
Every guy is a date.
It's not a date to us.
Okay, so again, remember those small nuances? That's why you need a female, because you hear what he just said?
To y'all.
Every time you go out, it's a date. I'm saying it's a date. You with my daughter, you a man, you on a date with my daughter. That's just what we say. That don't make it right. That's just what we say. That's it.
All right.
Just saying. Keep on, Trees. Whatever you got to do, do it. Just I need you. Come on.
Right. Yeah. How should women behave when they want to move from regular chick to girlfriend and from girlfriend to wife?
Okay, so hopefully she didn't start off trying to do wifely things. Okay, meaning cooking, cleaning, adult relations, sharing money, sharing bank accounts, all of the stuff that wives do. Hopefully she didn't start off like that. Hopefully she started off like a girlfriend. She put parameters and borders and boundaries around the way she was dealing with this brother. So if she put the boundaries around there, hopefully the difference is the girlfriend phase is she asks him and they sit down and agree on what that looks like being boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
Okay.
And then they sit down and agree on the elevated level of what that looks like being engaged or husband and wife. So that's something they need to sit down and govern on and have a conversation. But hopefully they did that on the onset in the beginning,
right,
not in the interim or in the end. Yeah, hopefully.
That's it.
No, I got some more.
So
I mean, it's a lot.
So she should not behave like a wife
when she is a girlfriend.
When she's a girlfriend.
And she shouldn't act like she on a date when she's a girlfriend.
So how do you, in y'all's mind, how do you determine if she's just a regular chick or your girlfriend? Doesn't she have to do more? Does that make sense?
Okay, wait, what you say?
Start with the foundation and build the house, not start the house.
There you go. Right, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm saying that, Trees, you know. All right, so let me go back now. Say what you just said again.
If she's a girlfriend. Also, let's say she's a chick and she wants to be a girlfriend. Right. Doesn't she have to do more than a regular chick things for him?
So, okay, here go the funny thing. Here go the 10th of a second. Yeah, I got you. Here's the 10th of a second on it. When you, the first 90 days he meets you, you already a wife in his mind.
A possible wife.
Right. Okay. Potential. Meaning you have the characteristics, the attributes, the energy, and the mindset that he wants in a wife. Okay. That don't mean you are his wife. It just means he already preconceived those notions when he walked up to you, just like you had preconceived notions of him. Mm-hmm. So when he walked up to you, you already had those attributes. So now what you have to do is just sit down and have a conversation and then bring forth what he deems is most important to him in a wife. But you already are his wife and have those characteristics and attributes when he meets you. He already knows in 90 days. Now, is he ready is another question. Because sometimes we meet y'all and we're not ready. Sure. And sometimes when we meet y'all, we come to the table and you're not ready. So, okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. How do women or ladies gain respect in a relationship with his friends?
Okay, wait, these are excellent questions. I want you asking me these questions for a reason, and you know I ain't never heard them. So if you need me to expound on something, because you know I can go all night.
Right, I know.
I'm trying to make it short.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay,
I don't need
okay, because I can go.
We don't need.
You know, I can do that. One question is 10 minutes for me.
Yeah, I don't need 10 minutes.
All right.
But I think what you're giving is great.
Okay. Just make it short.
It's enough for people to say,
all right.
Oh, never thought about it like that. Or, all right. You know, never, you know, let's try.
So make sure that I'm speaking and the ladies can hear me. So you pull out of me what you need so that the young ladies. Okay.
When you said you can only be a girlfriend when you're a girlfriend, you can only be a chick when you're a chick. Because to us, we got to show you, hey, I'm here, jumping up and down, jumping through hoops. I'm here.
But if you if you just
in our minds.
So hey y'all, young ladies, listen to this. When you around a man, you are sex for tonight, you sex for a little while, you sex you my woman, or you sex you my wife. It's 4 categories. 4. Okay? It's only 4.
4.
Listen to what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I don't care what he say. If he tell you anything else, he lying. It's only 4. So you got to figure out which category you in. But when he walks up to you, a lot of times, a lot of young ladies say, only married men are attracted to me, or only dogs are attracted to me.
It's energy.
It's an energy, but you got to look at where you going first, how you represent yourself, how you dressing, and how you coming off to the man when you open your mouth. All of that stuff is very critical and important, right? Stop. Go. Get over there. So, yeah, you got those 4 categories, young ladies, and I want y'all to understand that you got to play your position, but you are sending off signals and you giving off an energy, and you have to. If you go, we call it. If I call it when you cut low at the breast, and cut high down at the crotch. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about Daisy Dukes mini skirts. It's called cut low and cut high, meaning down low, cut high. When you go outside like that, you're sending off a signal. Now, whether you want it or not, you telling that man or those young men something. So you need to understand you're communicating. That's like if I go out and I jump in my drop top Bentley and I'm throwing money out my Bentley and I'm dripping with diamonds, I'm talking to y'all. I'm saying something. So I can't go over here and be like, no, I ain't taking you to the mall. You can be like, what? You just throwing out $100 bills. You in a Bentley. Like, what are you saying? Yeah.
Mr. Tree said you can't change the rules.
There you go. Nah, whoa. You talk about that. Talk about what he just said. That's dope. Trees, I ain't never liked you.
All I can just see is monopoly. And when people start losing, then they try to say, well, I didn't know, or I thought it went like this. I think it's translating in female words. We can't tell men what they want, like, and deserve. We got to listen and act accordingly, because it's not our rules. We're not we're not that entity. So we can't tell them, this is how you should accept me, or this is how you should allow me to act, and stuff like that. Right. So that's just my 27-year-old.
So on that
view,
experience. When he say that you can't change the game, can't change the rules while you're playing the game, that means ignorance to the law is no excuse. Like we talking about the justice system, but we saying now in the rules of life, you can't get there and say I'm a grown man or woman, and then when you get in trouble, oh, I didn't know. Yeah. You either you is or you ain't. Like you can't play that game. Yeah. Either you gonna say, hey, I'm a 40-year-old little girl or a 40-year-old young lady. Because we got rules to the Clipperdome Chronicles. What a man and a woman, a boy and a girl, a young lady, a young man, all that stuff is rules to it. Right. That's video number 2. So you got to go back and find out what the rules are. That's why you have to sit down with that young man and that young lady, find out what the rules are specifically, because everybody know you're going to engage in adult activities. You're going to engage in the discord. You're going to have arguments. You're going to have disagreements. You're going to deal with money. You're going to deal with dating. You're going to deal with family. You're going to deal with jobs. So you know the rules. So sit down and go over the rules with that person and see if that's something that you can do. Because when you get in it, like he said, like Tree said, once you get in it, don't try to change the rules. That ain't how that works. That's a recipe for disaster. Yeah. That was hot, Teresa. That was hot.
Okay. The question after that.
All right.
How do women gain respect in a relationship with his friends? So she's in a relationship with him. How does she gain respect from his friends?
I'm going to tell you this.
That's a different level.
If she picks a young man, a dude, a boy, or a thug, he's going to misinterpret and misrepresent her energy and her intellect when he meets her, because he see every woman as a hooker, hoe, or stripper. So the way he interprets whatever you do is he's going to tell his boys that. He's going to tell his. So you have to understand who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a small mind or immature mind, you're going to be misrepresented by that filtered mind, which is immature. So everything that goes through that immature mind, that immature filter, is going to be translated to his circle. Yeah.
So what does she need to do?
She has to first choose why. So what is she trying to? Okay, what is her goal? Do she want something for tonight? She wants something for a little while.
They're in a relationship. So
they're already in a relationship.
Yeah, I said,
yeah. So now, well, here could be the problem for her. She's already giving off an energy. She's already set the tone and the pace. I'm sorry.
What does she need to do? You're speaking as if you already answered the question.
Okay.
What actions does she need to do with his friends?
I would have to.
See? So. Okay, wait. I'm asking the question again. How do women gain respect in a relationship with his friends?
I just told you though. See,
well, you're saying what
the
he's
foundation.
telling him.
Start with the foundation, then build the house.
So
she laid a foundation already.
Right.
If the foundation she laid, how she met him.
There you go. Okay, okay.
So then it says, not start the house after then the foundation. Not start the house, then the foundation. So whatever she started with, if she met him at the club and she was loose, that's how she was represented. If she's dealing with a young man or a boy, that's how she's gonna be represented. So I have to know the people that you're talking about before I can properly answer that question. You were okay, so I have to assume that all is equal, right? I have to assume that they're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in a relationship. So, they good.
All right, they good.
How does she gain the respect of his friends?
I'm gonna say
some people, because some
okay, I'm gonna tell you,
friends might be hating.
So here you go. Right. Well, see, that's again, if it's a man, his friends not gonna be hating on him around his woman. Okay. So now I would say today, she can do those very feminine things. Most women don't cook, young ladies.
There we go.
Most women not cleaning. Most women don't serve their man. Most women are not being cooperative. Most women are not giving him that time and attention. Most women are not doing that kingship thing and being the queen after she treats him like a king. So you got to show them the yin and the yang, show them the positive energy and how when you're doing those type of things, how it works in that relationship for the things that they don't have. So she can look at the friends, ladies, and do what they not doing.
There you go.
So she can sit down and cook something and say, hey, what do your lady not do for you? Okay, what do you say?
She will need to ask those questions to him because men ask what your friends are about.
Right. Okay. So, in general, Trees, because we don't, because in general, he's speaking in general. So I'm speaking in general. Sit down, and she could cook a little something because I told you before you went to college, cooking is very important because you saw how that draws people and you didn't really get it, but now you get it. When you sit down and you cook and you can barbecue or something, you can get 30, 40 people together. Then people come to you and they start to relax and they breaking bread. Right. That's just that's an organic moment that you can share with people. So she can ask those guys, what would you like your woman to do? What would change your relationship if your woman did blank? How would it elevate you and your woman if y'all did this? Yeah. What would make you marry this woman when right now today you may not see her as a wife? She can ask those questions of them why she breaking bread with. They're gonna tell her. Mm-hmm. Trust me, they're gonna tell her.
Okay. All right, so my last one. Who wants a relationship more, men or women? Knockout.
Ooh, that was loaded. Mm-hmm. Well, you wait first. I want you to answer that one first.
No, these are not my questions. I want you to answer.
Okay, so I'm gonna want you to answer after I answer.
Maybe.
No, you're gonna have to answer it because I'm gonna ask you that back. Yeah, right. I know you. You can't run because I'm gonna tell them what you know. If you don't say it, I'm gonna say picture. Okay, so
but just slowly fade myself out.
Who wants relationships more? I think that
men. That's my answer.
Okay, so there you go. All right, that's cool.
That's my final answer.
I'm specific. If we're using the definition of the word want, men don't want relationships. We need them. Now, how that looks to a man, what he needs from her, that's very, very, very different. And that's going to be a broad spectrum as far as age, social, economic background, religious, cultural things are going to come into play with that. We need relationships. We need that woman. Okay. We don't want her. We want to desire. Yeah, so that desire and want to meet, I will run them together.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a desire.
We want the physical adult contact. We want the feminine energy. We want that conversation at least once a month. And I'm going broad because most guys don't have to have that every day. At least once a month, they want to sit down and have that conversation with that feminine energy. He wants that feminine personal touch with the details. If it's in the house, like, because we'll just put a bean bag on the floor. you know, and then we need y'all to come in. Oh yeah. And we get some crates.
Minimum.
Get a big screen TV.
Bare minimum.
A big refrigerator. And then that's it.
As long as y'all got food, liquor, and water if you are on the healthier side. Because not everybody drinks water, which is weird, which you should.
Yeah.
If you're not drinking water,
yeah,
you should probably go back to video number 1 and don't just the whole process. But yeah, like you said, it's like, and then also we just add to our men's life. Like y'all add to our lives.
So let's do it like this.
You know,
when women say they don't need a man, I'm gonna tell y'all, fellas.
It's weird.
We've been doing 10 years of research. That is one of the biggest lies.
I never said that.
It's been I didn't say you.
I know. I'm just speaking to the public. Like I've never said that.
So women in general are saying that because they're breaking us down to minuscule terms, meaning, lowest common denominator. A man provides and protects. Right. A man is so much more than that. So if you give a woman, do you think women are happier today than they were 50 years ago?
No.
Okay. So there you go. So
there's no way.
There's some organic things that women are subtracting from. Yes, that's what subtraction means, missing, to take away.
Some people it might not hit them when you say subtract. We're missing it.
Okay, there you go.
Now you got to drive something home, like we missing it.
Right.
We're missing the mark. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to. When they say they don't need us, that's coming from the least common denominator, which is just provisions. Mm-hmm. But a man has connections. If he can't fix your car, he knows a mechanic. That could save you $1,200. If he can't buy you a house, he can build you one. That could save you $200,000 or $300,000. If he can't build you a house or buy you the house, he might know somebody in the mortgage business that'll save you on points, help you on the credit, and save you tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars on that side. A man brings way more to the table than just money. Provisions comes from many different areas. Some guys might know the hairstylist that's doing your hair. You get your hair done every week, so he can get that done, because he might be able to do some things, helping her at the salon or whatever, so you can get your hair done for free. Save you that $200 or $300 a week, or however much it costs you. It's a lot of different ways that men can contribute that women don't, deem as important, like just protection. Just sometimes if somebody might be coming in the house at the end of the night, so everything that you work for, everything that you call sacred, everything that's dear to you, if you have children, somebody can come and take that away from you if that man is not in the house. But if he's there for that protection, then he can help secure everything that you've been working for the last 15 years. So it's a lot of things that a man brings to the table. That's not just, it's not so simple.
So I just want to shout out Miss Rita. Oh. And then we have your goddaughter, Ajana.
Oh, my baby on. What's going on, Jana? Hey, Miss Rita.
Hey, guys. So, cool. Is that, you have more to add? I'm sorry.
So, okay, who wants relationships more, men or women? And why? I'm busting. It's called busting, y'all. That's old school.
I was like, because now, don't say that. Cause
what? Busting? Oh, that's what that mean. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
It's a whole song.
So that's bad.
It's not bad. It's not in the sense that you're thinking about.
Okay.
I will just have to just explain it to you later. It's a little too much for the show.
Right. So I'm putting it out there.
So women want relationships more.
Women want relationships more.
The when I say relationships, like the idea of it, like
okay. I was gonna say
like being in public,
the ideal.
The pictures,
that's what I said.
The this is my man, like
the happy time.
We are together. That
the ideal. Yes. Okay. Now,
because we're
are they willing to do the work to get what they want? Are they willing to do the work?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Women in general.
No.
Why?
Because we're spoiled.
How?
Since the playground.
You have what?
Been spoiled.
How?
I feel like these are ad libs.
You just told me what? You told me what? I said how.
That's because we're delusional. We live on a carpet. We do. That Aladdin, that was real.
Oh yeah.
That really was just us in a Disney just decided to do a male character, but we have a carpet that we like to ride around.
Fly around on, yeah.
We think
it don't need gas.
It's lollipops,
it don't need tires.
Wonderland and Candyland.
Come on. Come on.
But I wish it was that simple. And I'm slowly learning that it's not. And when people say that like relationships are work, every relationship in your life is work. The relationship with you, your parents, your spouse, your aunt, your cousin, your
at the job,
your ace,
yeah,
your homegirl, like all that. It's work. And my dad asked me, he was like, "You all right?" I was just like, I am mentally tired.
Yeah.
Earlier.
And that's worse than a physical whooping.
Yeah, I was just mentally tired. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't like I wasn't enjoying him. It was just like I
get it.
Have just
been I didn't take it like that.
A lot. It has been a lot. Hey, what's going on? And so yeah. But no, we're not ready. Now,
how can they get ready then?
So the question I asked earlier, where was it? When people say relationship goals, I asked that question because I am obviously on Instagram and I post a lot of Black couples that, take pictures, they take trips together, they take beautiful pictures together. And I remember, I don't know what couple I was watching, but they were explaining that people don't understand that you have fights before these videos. You probably want to
we do it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, yeah, but it's not like that to where we don't go days without talking.
No, but I'm saying, but they don't know. We'll fall out before the video and then we'll come over here and smile, but they don't know.
It's not really I don't think they're a real fallout.
Discord. Yes. We didn't show how bad it was on the camera.
It wasn't okay. All right. Because we do have some disagreements.
Absolutely.
And usually, I'm wrong because I'm the child, but
you're in training. You learn.
People don't understand that when they say relationship goals, it's really the mindset that people are after.
Yes.
Like, because people aren't as honest in saying, I didn't talk to him for 3 days. We just hopped on this video. I still love him. And when we hit end on this video, I probably won't talk to him for another 2 hours. We're not being honest with each other.
Right.
We're just selling this fantasy.
Right.
About, oh, we're so happy. Oh, we traveling. Oh, he buys me dinners. Oh, she cooks me dinner. But y'all not talking about how you made him go get a hotel room for 2 days. And he had to meet his kids in a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, when people say relationship goals, it's not real. Like, I hope no one says that to me because I'm going to just be like, you don't want this. Trust me, like, if I gave it to you, I guarantee you would hand it back. I guarantee you that you would hand it back. So that's why I ask those questions, just because. So
we have another video on the Clipperdome Chronicles, and it's called "A Good Idea with an Irrational Outcome." Y'all got to go to the Clipperdome Chronicles and listen to that video. It's called "A Good Idea with an Irrational Outcome." That's like when you meet the young man. It's a good idea. You met him at the Kroger. You met him at the restaurant. He's really nice. He's cute. He's handsome. He got everything that you're looking for. I wish
life was that simple.
Right. So we're just gonna do the hypothetical. Right. It all starts out with a good idea, but then in 6 months, a year, or 2 or 3 years, she said he ain't nothing. He this, he that. So she give you all this bad stuff. So it's just a good idea with an irrational outcome. They tell you, hey, go to college, get a degree, right? So you can get a good job. So now people got the degree and they got all this debt and they can't get a job. It's a good idea with an irrational outcome. Then they say, hey, go ahead and go to the doctor and get a checkup. You go get a checkup, then you leave with 15 pills. Now you're taking 15 pills and you got all this stuff that's wrong with you when you were just fine before you got there.
Right.
It's just a lot of things in life it has a good idea with an irrational outcome. We got to be careful about idealizing and fantasizing about relationships. That's another video on the Clipperdome Chronicles. Don't idealize or fantasize about a relationship. Go check that one out too.
You don't know what is going on behind closed doors.
It ain't never what it seemed off the top. So just relax. Yeah, don't
even go. When you see, people like idealize big houses.
Right.
The nice car.
Yeah.
They don't understand. And I'm not saying every situation. Let me do this disclaimer. I'm not saying everybody that has a nice house and is driving a nice car are doing these things. But there are husbands and wives that haven't been intimate in years.
Right.
The kids don't like their parents. You know, because at some point, someone has to make more of a sacrifice to get that nice house and those nice cars, and something is lacking somewhere in somebody's life, and then it becomes a snowball effect. So if said guy is working 80 plus hours a week, how is he spending that time with his family?
Can't.
Then the kids grow up and they're like, where was daddy?
Right.
Or where was mommy?
Right.
And they find out, oh, they made the sacrifice for me. And then they're not understanding that for you to have the life that you had, they had to do that.
Yeah.
And then they're like hating on their parents, and it's just a snowball effect. And then they don't see their grandkids. And then just because the grass is green, the grass is mowed, the house has a gate, you need a code to get in the neighborhood, that does not mean that people are happy.
No.
So I just caution people, don't idealize anything, because you don't know the backstory. One, you don't know how long it took them to get there, how hard they had to fight. It sound good. It do. Everybody want a BMW till they walk on that lot and they hear the car note, and the insurance, and the maintenance.
There you go. That's right.
And if they like, oh, I worked so hard for this, but they're financing it.
And then their house no in trouble because they're trying to buy that car.
You know, so it's like our values are different. You know, they have changed. So that's just what I wanted to caution people. That was just my whole thought process with these questions. Let's be realistic. Let's go to ground zero. So that's it. I'm good.
I would say take your thoughts and take it to people that you trust and let them challenge your thoughts. So you could take it and test it and try it. You know what I mean? Like I always say. So we're going to close it out. You done?
I'm good.
Okay, we want y'all to take this. We want you to test this. We want you to try this. Take it to the barbershop or take it to the hair salon. Take it to the job or take it to the church. Remember, you don't have to like it, believe it, or understand it. Sometimes you just need to respect it. It's the Clipperdome Chronicles. Thank you. Yeah, people.